You're counting out FDL then, dude.
I said if.
Mm-hmm.
Are we really counting them out though? Are we just making an educated guess that they're not gonna win?
I guess you could say that, but I mean, it is just the game wasn't that bad. It was pretty. There were moments where I felt like FDL could come back in. Did you not feel that, Zai? Did you think it was just kind of GG?
Their gameplay did not spawn that emotion in my heart, no.
It was definitely a closer matchup than our last series. I think. I think you're right that FDL has more opportunities to prove themselves against Shazam.
I mean, there were. That was a 10-minute GG. From, what's the team? Dragneel. I think they were pretty tilted.
Yeah. All right.
Alright, start our first pick.
Yep.
Rax knows what he wants. Slardar. Actually, I'm not gonna say it.
How do you feel, by the way, as a core player drafting? Do you feel like it should mostly?
I was gonna message you what I wanted to say. Are you showing chat?
No, I'm not.
I was gonna say this.
Alright.
It would have been good, but since we're on the Volcast,
Let's be serious one game.
I mean, we can be serious up to that point where it's so incredibly boring that it's not fun.
Okay. I'll accept that. For our last game, Zai, let's be somewhat serious.
Alright.
Alright.
So, last game, in response to the Slardar, they picked up Doom and... Wasn't it the exact same thing?
Yeah, it was the exact same opener.
Alright, good start.
Austin, you handle play-by-play now. We're gonna do one game.
Oh, you want to go that? All right.
Yeah, we'll do one serious
do it.
game for our last one.
All
One
right.
super series.
All right, boys. Doom Witch Doctor. What's the response from Shazam? A lion.
That's new.
Yeah, that is new. And Spectre isn't really the same kind of threat. So, what is it, Blitz? What about lion fills this itch for Shazam?
I'm not sure. Probably just pick a greedy 4 position then, so that Lion can zone out. Pick a greedy safe laner. What did they have in the previous game? It was Disruptor. I don't think Disruptor does as good of a job goal laning.
He needs another support to promote aggression, right?
Yeah, I think if you pick Lion as 5, it's okay because Lion doesn't need that much to be useful.
So when you have a Slardar, what are going to be the most important heroes to identify if you're talking about synergy-wise? I mean, they obviously take away MSS's Invoker, but that was just purely based on last game.
I can't actually believe they gave up Invoker that late. Even with Doom on your team. Because Doom needs a space close, but Invoker is one of the better mid-heroes, if not the best at creating space between people. Because even if you initiate on him, he's so fast.
Yeah. Once again, they ban away the Lone Druid that Shazam are known to go for. Slardar, safe lane, Lone Druid mid. Or sorry, that was a DC combo that we were talking about from last series. Zai, seeing as you're kind of learning 6.87, is there anything that's really stood out to you so far in this series?
I think FDL learned to ban out Invoker, which is a good piece of knowledge they took from last game. Well, I think Invoker pairs really well with Sword Arm. It's one of those heroes that go together well with the Sword Arm. It'll be interesting to see what they pick up. Last time they picked up, what was it? The mid hero, DK?
Yeah. For FDL.
Yeah. They go for Death Prophet this time. Interesting. And by interesting, I don't really mean interesting, but interesting.
You want the audience to be interested, at least.
There is an alarm going off. I hope people can't hear that.
In the BTS studios?
Yeah.
Is that
Something
like a
is
fire
going
alarm?
wrong. I'm not sure. I hope I'm not dying.
I mean, it would be a shame if all those Dota personalities went up in flames.
No, it stopped. We're good.
And I would be the only one left. But do you feel like Death Prophet isn't really much of a... Not the same kind of overbearing mid as she used to be, right? But she's still strong in the 1v1 matchups, right?
That vision thing was insane. When it used to give vision,
Ooh.
I thought that was kind of absurd. But then they went ahead and changed it. So it wasn't as good at some point.
I love this pickup, though. The Chaos Knight from 6.87. There was a lot of buffs that went into Chaos Knight. There was the buff to mana, the buff to the introduction of the Saber thing.
Yeah.
And
I think the
it's a great
Blightstone
hero
too?
versus Death Prophet.
Doesn't Blightstone help them? Do people not get Blightstone?
I'm not sure. Maybe you do early, but I'm not sure if you have the slots for it. Zaichi, are you a fan of the Chaos Knight? Is that a
Was he
smart
changed?
carry?
Yeah, sure. It used to be, at least. I don't know if it's changed. It probably isn't that changed.
Oh.
So I'd say CK is a smart carry for intelligent players only. Because if you don't do like things well, you end up becoming useless.
Zai approved carry, guys. Blitz, you're right. FDL are going to ban away some of the greedier 4 positions. They
Yeah,
start
I think
taking away
if
the
you-
Enchantress.
If you take a lion like that, I do like CK's. I think my favorite part about CK as a hero though is that you can kill people really easily. And just 2 heroes.
FDL, what do they need? They still have a carry open, something that deals with Chaos Knight. Feels like Sven is probably one of the more likely heroes. Again, the armor increase with Death Prophet and such. Feel free to jump in, analysts, anytime now. You guys are terrible.
I'm actually debating something.
What are you debating?
Are you debating Dota? Or...
No, it's like a real life thing, you know.
Are you still thinking about Daredevil ornithologist?
Oh, I left that part behind.
I mean, if you're really struggling, I'm sure you can. You could bring it into the cast, and TwitchCat can help you out. You can get a poll from them.
I'm sure I could survive without their advice. So, last pick. Both teams, one more hero. The 5th one.
This is some solid former player knowledge coming in.
I don't think I've ever seen Zai take anything seriously in his life.
I don't think so either.
Well, you know what they say, the last hero is the most important one.
Who says
Do
that?
they say that?
Who says that? I don't think anybody says that.
They do now. I said it.
Yeah, that's the thing now.
Oh my god, it is
that's the
Elder
Elder
Titan! Zai casting an Elder Titan game. It's
Yeah,
happened.
That's the skillful hero that I said.
Alright, we've got ourselves a game. They're gonna counter with an equally useless hero.
That's not a
So-
useless hero. ET's not bad. I think
So
I
they
said
have-
it wasn't bad either.
They need a support hero, so they're gonna pick up I don't know, like fucking I don't even know what to say. Nyx Assassin? No, I don't know.
What?
Nyx isn't that bad.
I think if they pick a broken hero, that's a sign of disrespect, though.
You,
You
have
know
to
what to
counter
say.
the ET with something bad.
Yeah, I mean, the last hero is the most important one, unless the enemy team picks
Yeah.
a shit hero. Then you have to respond. Yeah, there we go. FDL is showing their experience in the scene, proving that they know the ins and outs.
I mean, it's kind of a pride saver, right? If you end up losing to a team that has a bad hero and you don't have a bad hero yourself, right? It's like double the embarrassment.
Honestly, that kind of goes hand in hand with the blind ornithologist thing. If you manage to become a good ornithologist when you're blind,
Hmm.
you're something else. It's kind of like winning with Medusa or ET. It's like you play with a handicap, pretty much.
All right.
Isn't Medusa a better hero though than ET? A lot of teams have been picking her lately.
Yeah.
I mean, I like ET, and I think ET's good, but it's hard to win games with him.
And I feel like Dusa Death Prophet is a really great combination, and it's a soft counter to Chaos Knight.
It does kill the illusions, doesn't it?
Yeah. It takes a while, but it does. And in general, just even the slow makes things just difficult for the Chaos Knight to work around.
You know what else takes a while? Medusa's item progression.
That's true. Not as bad as before,
Okay.
though, with the Lincoln's change that we talked about.
It is really cheap. 4,800 gold is nothing.
What was it before? 5-3?
Yeah.
Alright. I assume Bat's gonna be off lane. Doom will be jungling. Brax is gonna go to the off lane again. Does he have any help? What's the Dark Zero? Oh, it's ET. Oh, probably does not have any help then.
Yeah, what
You're
a
hitting on that hero, but it's gonna own this game.
Actually, no. ET could he could do stuff with the off lane. I think with Sword Arm.
It is against what? Dusa Witch Doctor? It's not bad. This is a scary offlane though. Or this is a scary offlane for the bad, I should say.
Chaos Knight, Lion. Chaos Knight is one of those scarier offlane heroes scarier heroes for offlaners to go up against.
Alright, so you're gonna go ham and play by play, Austin?
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, do it, dude.
I feel
Get
like
yourself-
no. I
psych
feel like
yourself up.
I'm already doing half the analysis here. I'm like
Psych
calling half
yourself
the I'm calling half the draft while Zai's telling me
fine.
that the 5th hero is coming.
The fifth pick.
I keep.
I'm like, guys,
up,
what hero would be good to ban here? Sounds like Sven's the hero. Silence. Sven gets banned. Still silence.
I came up with a new thing to ponder, but we'll save that for the last series part.
Alright.
But it's a pretty nice thing. I'm looking forward to it. Anyway, let's hop into the game.
Exactly, Austin. Let's hop into the game.
All right, guys, let's do a good old-fashioned who's playing what on FDL. We've got Stan King on the Witch Doctor, CCNC on the Death Prophet, Bisa playing the carry Dusa, Franz on the Doom, MJW playing the Bat Rider, but we are going to have a little bit of a scruffle here on the Bounty Run. Looks like Shazam are going to be able to pick up both. You wanna pull up that old tried and tested truism about something double bounty rune, 60% blitz.
Yeah, it's like 60% win rate if you. It's different now though for sure because of the XP nerf.
Yeah,
The XP nerf was by far the biggest thing.
because it's having the experience advantage over the other mid player, right?
Because if you denied any creeps, then you just kind of won the lane because you hit 2.
You get the deny
Is
and
it
the
a
range
bot?
creep. The enemy mid's done for.
Ambitious attempt from Snack King. It would have worked if there was a troll camp. Now with the melee creeps, it kind of worked.
What do you go for?
Brax was pulling the lane and he with the neutral camp.
Oh, okay.
SVG is playing
But,
like a Doom Runichi role. He
Yeah.
just picked up boots first and is running at the mid.
DP is super far up.
Yeah, it's possible she
You might be
dies here.
dead.
I think she just
I think
dies
she's
to right
dead.
clicks. Even
Yeah.
if she dodges, it's gonna be close. A little bit more.
No.
No, one more hit.
He's got
All right,
this.
another hit. Go to the ancients.
Oh no.
Oh,
All right, got him.
he should have faked out the hit.
Yeah. Rookie mistake.
It was still good though. Brax is getting a lot more in the soft lane too. Even with getting absolutely nothing in the beginning of the game though, he still had like a 12-minute blink dagger. It was fine.
Yeah. But he had, I think he had more space in the last game.
Yeah, they definitely went out of their way to give him.
In the post laning phase. In this game, I think he has to get things out of the laning phase. Which he's doing, because Medusa's not that strong. Doesn't have that much kill potential.
Still problematic against that Mystic Snake. Zoning the Mirana out. MSS holding on to that leap for now.
Did he ping the rune?
Oh, the arrow! It lands on MJW. That's going to be a free kill, and that should be first blood for Shazam. As
That's
they're gonna
4
try and
misses
give
in
it
a
away.
row.
Oh my
5.
god, MJW? No way. Alright, MSS is going to be the one to pick up the first blood.
They almost gave up on that kill because he thought that he was gonna get it. He just started running back.
Brax isn't getting too much out of the laning phase when he's in Viz sitting on mid, but not really doing anything with it.
They saw it. He pinged it twice.
Oh.
They have a sentry bottom already too, so they'll know when he comes in.
Yeah, I saw him. Spotted.
Got him. What's Franz trying to do here?
Good question. He's got Tranquil Boots, but he doesn't actually have that good of a ganking creep.
They might kill top if he gets maybe 1 or 2 more stacks on Jason. Because Jason doesn't have boots. I think they might...
He gets the Hex off onto Franz, trying to turn around slowly but surely. Does manage to get off the stun. They're going to go for a clap here on the Elder Titan. That's going to be enough space, I think, for Jason to be able to get back. They're still going to be able to fight this one out, it looks like, as TC doesn't have the mana. Actually, he does now with the Magic Wand charges. But holding on to it for now, as that wasn't quite the fight that FDL really wanted it to be.
Quite. Anyway, in the bottom lane, oh, there's nothing happening in the bottom lane.
Nothing happens in a Dusa lane, man.
Yeah, nothing happens in mid either.
Both these lanes are pretty passive.
What rune is gonna spawn top? I think it's gonna be a haste rune.
I think it will be an illusion.
I think it's going to be Invis.
And we're all wrong. Isn't that
Was a
ironic?
haste, though. Just happened to be bottom.
What are
Oh.
the odds?
He's got him.
MSS going for it, misses the arrow. Stan King sidesteps that one.
You were 50% of the way right, Zai. I forgive you.
Thanks.
Do you go Echo Saber on CK? No, right?
Yeah, I think you do. Solves your mana
But-
problems.
Doesn't benefit your illusions though.
No, but I think it's still.
Don't
an
you just
easy
rush
build-up
Armlet?
item. I think you can still go Echo Saber afterwards, but I don't think it's
think
as essential as it is from other heroes.
His mana issues are solved by because they up the int, right, of all the heroes or whatever. The base mana.
Base mana pool. Yeah,
That changed
but
mainly.
come on, 50 mana pool isn't going to solve the fact that casting one combo from Chaos Knight renders him completely manaless.
One of the life perks, man.
Yeah. If they actually catch Franz with a clap here, he could just be arrowed down. But again, well, CCNC, maybe a little bit too far forward. Does
Nice
manage to get the
silence.
2 silence.
That was a really nice silence.
Stan King teleports in, but it's in vain. And Stan King will retreat to the forest.
Oof. Look at the damage Brax took. 1 Mystic Snake. Sprints a little bit too close. Goes down to 70 HP.
Still, he's gotten a lot more than he did in the last game. He's almost level 6 already.
True. But he's also being left practically solo against the Dusa. Just one of those unfortunate core matchups. Oh no.
Oh, did TC just solo kill Doom?
No.
Oh, he
Franz
traded them.
dived the tower, got the line, and then he died.
Is that worth?
The arrow is going to land, but there's a paralyzing cask on mid. And that'll be the end of it.
And in the bottom, no. Yeah. Smoke coming out from France and Stan King. We're looking for. We probably can't kill bottom.
Why are they going for bottom? I don't think they have any opportunity to kill MSS unless they maybe
Definitely
sync up
not.
the silence.
Definitely not from this angle either.
Oh. They have to go in from around, but the lane isn't pushed in enough. If they were going to do this, yeah.
Like how he just eats the catapult and runs away. It's the gank tax. Are you aware of the gank tax?
Yeah. Somebody comes to kill your lane, they take a few CS.
I think that's a Tralfamador. Special. The gank tax.
Chaos Knight still top of the board on net worth, though Bissa's not too far behind. And while Brax may be getting a little bit... Oh, is Doom gonna die? Push back.
This is really hard to kill with that ET right now. It's only level 3.
Alright, Zai, what's the skill build for a support Elder Titan? Since you're such a fan of the hero.
I usually don't get aura until I've gotten like level 6 or 7.
Okay.
I get like 3 points in stomp as soon as possible. And then spirits.
Do you actually
Honestly,
max out the spirit? You don't, right?
No, not until... I think I max out stomp first. I don't know, I just kind of improvise. Usually when I play the hero, I go like 0 and 10, but we still manage to win. So I don't think it's due to my success on the hero.
I think what I've heard from some people is that having level 3 of stomp is pretty important because it allows you to hit your ultimate for free.
Yeah. But you don't really want to scale your ulti at 6 anyway. Only if you have like...
Sure.
Only if you already have like Soldier or Arcane.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Just for later on when you're like level 9, 10.
Tranquil's on ET.
Yeah, I like it. Tranquil Yules and the wind lace. Then you run like the wind.
Nice. You're starting to come around on that item.
Sort of like... What's his name? Michael Johnson, I think.
The runner?
Yeah. That guy could run.
Top lane, they're going to go on Franz. MJW is here, starts throwing out some sticky napalm, but is already stunned up. They do manage to get the slow onto TC's, and even getting the paralyzing cask, holding him in place, but just not quite going to be enough. TC will be burned out while Franz manages to escape with his life. Good counter gank set up by FDL.
Was that necessary for him? I thought TC could disengage there.
I don't think he was aware that he had the Poto multi on him.
Oh, okay. So he probably thought he was just dead? Go for the kill?
I think so. Arrow's gonna hit the big creep. Wow. That's such a gamble, because the big creep spawns in random locations, doesn't it?
I thought it was always. I guess it could be sandwiched behind too sometimes.
Yeah.
But I think getting a creep with Mirana is better. Just using the arrow passively like that.
MSS did lose a lot of time when he picked up that invis and rotated bottom, and then was sitting behind mid. Wasn't able to find his gank opportunity ever.
And he's getting out farmed by the young up-and-comer. Which kind of makes sense. DP farms fast, hits hard, runs fast. Sort of like... I don't know.
You
But
ready
he
to use
said-
your Michael
I'm
Johnson
saying-
reference?
I mean, I don't know if he was strong.
Usain Bolt?
That guy's not strong.
He's fast though.
Yeah, but he's not strong.
I would love
That was
to love to hear what sports or historical figure you're also going to apply farms fast to.
Wait, I know the dude from Game of Thrones, the mountain dude.
Jesus. I was thinking of the Russian wrestler guy. What's his name? Alexander, I think. Yeah, Carolyn, the Great. What a guy. He was fast, he was strong, and he was the best. Never lost.
Shazam. Trying to prove they're the best here. Gonna go for a two-man smoke from the tier 2. Wrap around straight onto mid. Blows up the Death Prophet. Now gonna look for more, but unfortunately the Paralyzing Cask is definitely putting a hindrance thing as TC unable to continue out the fight with the Doom, keeping him back. Jason locked in. Nice play there from Franz. Getting the ensnare right in the range of the Death Ward. They will be able to get a stomp, slowing things down, but Shazam really unable to unengage here. Franz just gonna take some amp damage and walk away.
That was a really nice play by FDL. He even got the net off to keep the line within range of the Witch Doctor ultimate. It was just bad timing from Shazam. They went in at the precise time that they went for the DP. They were getting 4-man wrapped around on. Still 1 for 2 is not that great, and they didn't get the tower. Things are alright for Shazam. Doom was used too, so there's a good timing for them to move out now.
Medusa's actually surprisingly farmed.
You say underfarmed?
No, farmed. She has a high net worth.
And she had absolute free farm, right?
Hasn't really been pressured. Which could come back to bite Shazam.
Shazam continuing to try and play this quite fast. Are going to go for another smoke as they TP to tier 1. Going to run into the Witch Doctor here. Should be a free kill unless again the Paralyzing Cask. Oh, God.
He could have killed him solo.
Yeah. I mean, to start with, that really wasn't the hero that they wanted to run into with a smoke gank like that. But even worse, manages to get away. They knew the Dusa was farming up the top lane when they decided to TP bottom and go for a smoke. Why do you think they went through bottom lane instead of trying to engage at top?
Deuce is so hard to kill. She's a gamble. But you can catch out an easy to kill hero, then get control of the area. The problem just was when they stacked up for that. And the idea behind it I think was fine.
Four-man mid. FDL. Looking to be able to claim this tier 1 tower without utilizing the exorcism, but Shazam are going to protect their tier 1 mid as best as possible. They're going to come in from behind with TC and the invis, but they do see him, I think. Oh, never mind. They're going to be able to get the silence. Now the Doom. And now the Stomp goes down. That's going to be able to hold MJW in place. They manage to get the damage out on him, but MSS is taking too much damage, has to leap himself away. Franz hoping to be able to catch up. The Scorched Earth is just not enough damage, it seems, as they're going to turn around and blow up the Doom, but he does manage to get the take damage, ever so barely. Onto MSS, able to trade that 1 for 1. They claim the tower as well. It's taken by the Batrider, as his bounty will be able to pick up the Blink Dagger quite soon off of that one. Meanwhile, the bottom lane, Bisa is going to be jumped on here, held in place long enough for the Stomp to be able to land, but all the disables in the world isn't going to give them the damage they need to be able to kill a tough cookie like Medusa.
What separates a tough cookie from a less tough cookie?
A stale one. You know, one that's been left out for a long time,
Hmm.
like Dusa has, farming away.
I get it. He's going to Fusel. That's interesting.
Is that what allows him to fight early on?
I mean, it's not Lincoln's. That's pretty much all I have to say. The Fusel, it's not Lincoln's.
You should add that
Bread.
to the Zor of the item.
Bread, it's not fish. You could say that about a lot of things.
It reminds me of the story about Jesus and the bread and the fish. I bet Teal knows that story.
That's right. Alright, this is a much better game from FDL. They've got 4K lead.
Yeah,
You were counting them out, Zai, but they're doing a really good job this game.
that they are. They are looking
You're gonna catch MSS.
strong.
That's a definite kill.
He's
Correct.
gone.
And JW goes from getting that tier 1 tower to picking up his blink, now shutting down MSS. Everything's looking very clear for FDL. Is Shazam gonna go for yet another smoke gank? Yet all of these smoke ganks don't seem to make the game go in Shazam's favor. They're gonna try and
Medusa.
jump on to the Death Prophet. Looks like they should be able to blow her up pretty quickly here. The even Finger of Death being used. Nice double stun that's going to be able to catch Franz as well. Unfortunately, the Death Ward is causing some issues until SVG puts a stop to that one. They'll still be able to turn around, kill Stan King, as well as potentially Franz until the Dusa comes in with that big ultimate. The amp damage plus now turning into stone form. Not really able to do much there. Jason unable to get out as the Ensnare holds him
Wow,
in
he places
place.
a ward. That was probably the most stupid thing I've seen in this entire series.
Oh, the arrow, okay. Again, disables for days, but Shazam don't have the damage.
Like, he's about to die. He's been teleporting out when he's in this, and then they placed the sentry so they can see him and stop his TP. And as his last act, he places a ward that instantly dies. Not too good.
I'm sure that had to be some sort of misclick.
Maybe.
He probably just went to wand or something. Click the ground.
He does not have a wand.
He does not. Maybe he thought he was laying a sentry, and also
was
thought
that
he had a
click on?
tango and was going to kill the enemy's sentry.
That was clicked on ET.
Yeah, maybe. I like the skill builds from ET. This is probably what I would do. Well, something similar. You just stomp. But I think SVG has also managed to show one of ET's biggest strength, which is his ability to not do anything. But
Come on, man. The hero's not that bad.
no, it's not that bad, but it usually doesn't fit. And I don't think it fits here. I think eHome lost the game with it today as well. Or if they won, who knows? I don't think anyone's watching those games. Medusa is probably gonna go Scotty unless he finishes Manta first, but I doubt it. Scotty
Domi's-
seems like
I said, don't most people just go for, oh, hold that thought. He's dead
SVG
again?
very, very dead. Unless Brax can actually put a stop to things. Nice blink in stun, but it's now going to be catching some Death Ward damage himself. Still, both are able to escape, but FDL are corralling Shazam deeper and deeper inside of their base.
I'm not sure how FDL can lose this game. The Medusa's getting a silly amount of farm at this point.
yeah, I think we reached that point.
Yeah. She's got 10k already. Well ahead of the CK. Their team is really good against Shazams as well. I don't know. I know you weren't a fan of it before, Zai, but I think the Medusa pick has been really good.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't say I wasn't a fan. It just evens out the playing board.
It's really good counter initiation, right?
Sure.
There's good synergy with Death Prophet. Soft counters the Chaos Knight. There's a lot of good things you could say about Tusa.
It's kind of weak against ET, but I don't think we'll see that effectiveness until the later stages of the game, where Medusa has no armor and gets amped, and then she definitely doesn't have any armor. Although she has the mana shield, which probably prevents most of the damage. I remember a little anecdote about mana shield. I remember when we played a secret, a Star Ladder, back when I was in EG, and I was playing Nyx Assassin, right? I don't know if you remember the game. They had like Coddle, Brewmaster, Medusa, and stuff. Anyway, I had the idea, I don't know where I got it, that Diffusal Blade purge off mana shield so that you had to reactivate it. I'm not sure where it came from, but anyway, that's why I bought Diffusal Blade.
What? Okay.
Why would you possibly think that?
Because someone told me. I don't know, I'm not sure who it was, but well, it worked out in the end, but I had a Diffusal Blade and I kept purging the dudes.
Wow.
It would kind of make sense that you purge. Oh, it doesn't make sense then. Lion has the toe. He's not gonna use it yet. Oh, he uses it.
Alright, this has got to be like the last smoke from Shazam for... Okay,
Oh,
I guess another 2
SVG's
minutes.
dead?
Yeah, he's dead, but his
They're all in
sacrifice
Roshan.
may not be in vain. They could manage to
scan
pick up
is
the
up.
Aegis.
Scan
they're
is up in
pinging.
7 seconds. Yeah. Let's see the scan come into play. Nope.
I mean, it doesn't work
Hey.
inside of Roshan, right? Only if they get
Can't you do-
outside of the pit.
Yeah. But you can do it on the edge, right?
I don't think it counts.
I think,
I think when you're inside the Roshan pit, you're even.
yeah. So, it's only going to flash red once you leave the pit.
That would defeat the purpose, I think, of the scan not penetrating the Roshan pit if you could just catch it on the edge.
I mean, it requires
Jason's in
some
trouble.
mechanical skill.
Poor guy doesn't even have upgraded boots. He just wanted his Blink Dagger, man. Shouldn't, against Adusa, don't you get maxed out mana drain? I mean, plenty of players prefer maxed out mana drain over Hex.
I don't think he's in any position to run that close, though.
Yeah.
And even with this team having the Aegis, they're playing relatively defensively.
What is the timing of Shazam? When can they start being the aggressors? Because it's certainly not going to be late game, right? Against Adusa, and certainly not going to be while Brax is dead. He did manage to get the sprint off before the silence. That might be a saving grace. As he goes down to 100 HP, will be able to get out. Flame Break not quite touching him there.
This game is feeling, even with the advantages that they had with the Aegis, they can't take fights. Medusa's just too farmed. She's got 2100 gold. It's an ultimate orb. I don't think this is... This is kind of looking out of it.
And Jason is dead again.
He is indeed.
Is
Well,
he
he's
now?
going to get the Hex on MJW.
Oh.
The rest of his team is coming in. They managed to hit
I think they
this.
should fight this.
Yeah. TC's going to come in. MSS, they're going to try and focus. Oh, no, but the Manta style dodge. They managed to pull Dusa back in, but she's already popped the ultimate, so it's a bit too late for that one. They all have to stare away or else get turned to stone. Now they're going to be able to get the Doom up on a Brax. They're going to be able to focus him down. TC unable to get the Dusa there as he just no longer has any disables from his team. She has no mana whatsoever, so she's an easy kill if they could just get on top of her. It'll cost them the Aegis, but it looks like they will be able to win this fight. As Chaos Knight comes back, he'll be looking for Franz here. As he pulls him back out, CC&C is still up, but is he actually going to be able to come into this one? The Paralyzing Cast just destroying TC, and Franz isn't even going to go down. The rest of Shazam having to abandon their carry player, and Shazam do end up losing the fight despite having to blow Aegis.
The fight was almost really sick. They could have killed the Dusa. They were really close to it too, but then he dodges, gets everything off. His team resets the fight for long enough that they turn it around. That was a sick Manta dodge by Bisa. This is the only reason that fight was any close.
Yeah.
Pipe. What else, I?
Well, am I free to speak my mind?
Yeah, dude. Go for it.
Alright.
Permission granted.
Earlier, I was thinking about if there are kids that are like born.
God.
Oh, I knew what was coming. I knew this had nothing to do with Dota. Go ahead, Sai.
I thought he was gonna go like ham on somebody.
No,
I thought I was free to speak my mind.
you go for it.
Yeah, sure, go for it.
Blitz made me captain this ship when he made me do play-by-play, so
Yeah,
you do you now.
you're all you, man. You're just the
I
random
wonder-
aside.
If there are kids that are raised to become the next pope, there's gotta be, right?
I don't think that's it.
Don't think it works that way.
Yeah.
You like breed the ultimate pope candidate.
Bad Rider gets the initiation, but it's not going to do much. MSS, ooh, crazy. All right, blinks in with that Ags Starstorm, gets a little damage and leaps himself away. Guess that's one way to play it. Jumping on a Dusa here, will be able to land the arrow, but again, is there going to be enough follow-up here? They're actually going to get a lot of damage out, almost enough to burst him down. They will be able to get a little bit more disables, but it's still not quite enough. They managed to get the save with the Force Staff, and now again, that damn paralyzing cast is just destroying Shazam. CCNC tries to buy himself time, but the Yule Scepter isn't going to be enough. Shazam quickly turn and target him down. MJW is going to be next. He takes an arrow to the ass, and Franz, he'll be the cleanup. That'll be all for Shazam. They lost Lion. They didn't quite get the Dusa, but they will still get 3 heroes in exchange.
Well, it's the arrows, isn't it?
That is not what I expected the first comment to be.
I mean,
I don't have any expectations by now.
we could go on about kids that are raised to becoming the next pope candidate, but
I don't think that's how that works.
I don't know. I'm sure there's gotta be some like somewhere in the world. There's gotta be 2 parents that.
You can make the argument that there are certainly children who are raised to be priests. So, there could be some noble family that,
Yeah,
one
but
of their children
isn't
is going to be
raising
raised to
somebody
be a
to be a-
priest. So,
Yeah, but raising somebody to be a pope, isn't that kind of pretentious? And isn't that
I-
against the spirit of Christianity?
I mean, no one has to know.
I was about to say, are you saying that there aren't any really pretentious royal Catholics out there? Maybe not.
And then my next thought in that sense was that if that's the case, it's only a matter of time before there's a Chinese pope. And that was the end of my
Zai,
train
you
of
are
thought.
insane. These are the thoughts of a crazy person.
That's definitely true.
I think you're just contemplating the wrong things in the world.
I like how the nicest fight of all day happens. Zai's like, can I speak my mind? I'm like, yeah.
Anyway, I think Medusa has to get a BKB.
Oh my god, Age.
Instead of the Lincolns that she's currently going for?
Yeah, I'm not sure if the Lincolns is gonna be that valuable.
Shazam looked really good in that last fight though. And then Mirana's caught up in net worth now.
Well, it's because Medusa hasn't been able to fight. She's been like half health, no mana. And then they're playing 5v4. And DP isn't that tanky. So it just kind of dies.
She was gonna go for Shivas, but I think the correct choice is to go for the BKB pivot.
Yeah.
She might get caught out here. This is pretty scary. Nobody's near her either. CCNC.
Oh, the arrow! Eul Scepter dodge, but it's just going to be able to set up Jason for a clean stun finger of death. And oh, Jesus, now MJW is going to be destroyed as well. 2 for Shazam, and it appears the timing of Shazam was 25 minutes, and now they're ruling like kings. They're going to clear through the map. They just need to start getting some objectives to progress this game forward, start hindering that Medusa. All right, Blitz Dota, you got to start picking it up when I drop it.
I was actually just watching the fight. I'm trying to think right now how they approach it, because FDL that was serious too. Like, they're just getting picked off one by one, FDL, and they're getting afraid of grouping up because they don't want what happened in the last fight. But this isn't any better, right? Because they're just gonna lose heroes one by one. Like, they can't afford to lose Dusa here. This is a pretty big kill for them.
They're probably going to.
Stuck. Yeah, they're gonna kill. They shouldn't stop this. They shouldn't get afraid. They have enough damage.
They finally have it.
Yeah, it takes forever, but
they're gonna have a heart now. Heart Chaos Knight.
This is like this is such a weird game. I wasn't even trying to ignore you or stop. I was just, how did this game go so wrong in 2 seconds? They had 5k leads, right? Even more than that. It was 7.5k.
I know you were being serious. I'm just saying, once I'm done with the play-by-play, it's either you pick it up or we go to the mind of Zai, which we never know.
We'll never do that.
We never know what kind of weird treasure chest full of mysterious wonders is in that one. I feel like sometimes, you know, it's kind of one of those mysterious boxes you open, and it's either like riches and jewels and orbs of wisdom, or it's like some sort of eldritch horror.
Yeah. You just opened up a Tome of Knowledge. That's what's in there, Zai. Just Zai quotes.
Tome of Knowledge is for everyone.
Yeah, just you.
Free experience for everyone watching the cast. You got any more Zai-isms for us, Zai?
No, I'm just looking at the chat. They're getting into the Pope Academy thing.
Pope Academy. For the year 3080 for Space Pope.
That's not what you said, though. There's no academy. It's just 2 parents.
I mean, it was
upbringing. Pope upbringing.
I mean, that's just naturally where it leads to, though. The Blitz. You get enough people.
Imagine falling in serious about like a Pope Academy.
It's not like a reality TV show. Oh, bottom.
Bisa. Pot once again. The Force Staff will be able to. Well, alright, Stan King's going to be the bodyguard taking the shot for him. Now they still have the Elder Titan ultimate. They're going to be able to snap back on MJW. The Stone Gaze does do a lot, and actually the damage is pretty impressive, at least on supports, until you meet TC, whose heart is well prepared to be able to deal with the grief of the Medusa. They will be able to get a good stomp covering their retreat as Shazam get back to base. And Brax will do a little split pushing of his own. He's got sprint. He's got a TP scroll. He's just going to buy some time for his Potom to come back up before the push. But FDL are fine with this. They've got a Roshan to take.
That was a good fight because Medusa wasn't dead before the fight began. That's a positive thing.
They don't even do this Roshan very quickly, but
yeah, they probably can't do this.
I don't think this is a doable Rosh.
Actually, no, it's probably doable. Put him in the line.
You don't think they just fight anyways? Because they could just kill Franz right now. There's no Deuce ulti and there's no Exorcism. I think you go for it. Yeah, this is still 2000 HP. This is a really tanky Roshan with 11 armor, and they don't have anything to cut.
5 more seconds till the Priestess of the Moon is back up.
If you're FDL, I don't think you commit for this. I think this is the wrong play.
They try one more time. The stomp goes out, catches a couple. They're actually going to go back in here for Roshan, surprisingly enough. SVG almost has his ultimate up two. They're going to be able to jump in, get the clap, misses. That's a clean whiff there from Brax. And now Roshan is actually going to go down. The Aegis not picked up until finally Dusa does manage to grab it. Still, though, that is a beautiful ultimate that's going to be able to follow up SVG. Oh no, he turned into stone before he actually got it off. Still, though, the snapback is going to be there, catching on 3. Shazam stuck inside the pit. MSS does manage to get a leap out, but MJW does stay one step. But oh no, the Starstorm actually catches him first. Back inside the pit. Franz is going to go down, and it looks like it's going to be left all to Dusa. Bisa, playing the carry, is going to have to man up against the 2 members of Shazam and will be able to take it, as Shazam not going to try and contest her.
I like how you got into Bisa playing the carry thing in the
He
middle.
always does.
I did it just for you, Zai. I know how much you enjoy it.
That was excellent.
They almost had that fight.
What team? Shazam?
Yeah. It was almost worse than that. That wasn't even that bad.
That was a good area for them to fight. I think Medusa got stomped for full duration like twice.
It was just MSS all in committed for that Aegis.
Yeah.
Who of the 3 guys is the one talking about random Pope stuff?
At Zai_2002.
Why
Pope's kinda
2002, by the way? If you were born in 1997.
Oh, because that was the young lean thing.
Oh, right. I'm sorry. Forgot about that. Zai's proudest
2014.
Creation.
Very well.
Who wins this engagement? Aegis Dusa is really hard to kill.
This time around, they can't just focus her down.
But usually with Aegis Medusa, it's like when you die, you're by yourself anyway. It's like all your team is dead and then they kill you twice. That's usually what happens, I think. However, you can play up front without worrying.
I think she does a reasonable amount of damage though. That you can't ignore her.
I'm sure they're fine.
Who do you have in this game so far?
I don't know. I do not know. This game is just way too close for me to estimate who's gonna win. I mean, if no one's saying anything, I'm gonna have to fill the void.
AC, by the way, on Dusa, fully completed.
Just,
Counters the CK does not deal enough damage right now.
I thought you were gonna say something about AC.
No. They're gonna turn the breadstick into a bagel,
No, I don't know.
hot dog into a donut.
Just a random anecdote about
Hot
AC.
dog donut. That is a really gross donut.
I could give you an anecdote about AC, but
Is
I'll
SVG
have to
going?
wait.
Is he going Axe on Elder Titan, or is this some weird
Yes, he
Octarine
is.
core? Okay.
It's not terrible, I think. Somebody told me that recently.
Disarm.
I think it's good against
Dusa?
Dusa.
Yeah.
Oh, Dusa's getting pretty low.
Gets the
That
pushback.
was two
Diffusal
force-
blades himself.
That was 2 4-staffs at once, in case you didn't notice. They were like simultaneous. He went so far.
This time around, Dusa's not facing the right direction, but this time around, there's no follow-up from Shazam. They're actually trying to get the introduction from behind. They will be able to jump Franz, blow him up immediately. We'll be able to deal with that one, and now they go for more, but now the Stone Gaze is going to be able to hold in TC and deal with the illusions at the same time. CNC
Oh,
and
TC's
C
so dead.
having so much fun for TNC.
They can't kill Dusa.
Oh.
They can't cut through this wall.
Arrow
You
comes
can
out.
slow him down, but you gotta kill him at some point.
Brax, another whiff there. Just trying to slow things down. They know their mid-rax is gone. They're just hoping that FDL won't be able to go for more. This Chaos Knight still needs another 40 seconds. They brought Dusa low and will be able to take away that Aegis. As well as the Exorcism, that being down, maybe, just maybe, Shazam could actually go for a fight here. As MJW jumping in a little deep, get some damage onto Jason, not much more. Another arrow,
Alright.
Bisa,
What's the play?
tanking it.
No TC. I don't think they can kill this guy. I think he just continues to hit stuff. They don't even have their Doom quite there yet, but it's so hard to kill him.
She's running low on mana. It's getting a little dangerous as the Chaos Knight is about to come back up. Shazam, their opportunity to be able to win a big fight is here. The arrow misses, but they do manage to get the stun on Bisa still. SVG unable to get any sort of clap, and that should be the full retreat now from FDL. Brax is going to start surging forward with the sprint, but he's got a long distance to cover, and his teammates are going to be just too damn far behind.
Yeah, no one's getting cut here. I don't really know how Shazam is supposed to win a fight against that Dusa, because she can just passively hit the racks, and when the DP pops her ulti with BKB, they can't do anything either. I sort of think Shazam has to take a fight outside the base before they can get an established fight and do what they did, which is pick off the side heroes. But TC needs some help, because he got isolated way by himself. And the Bat Rider kind of owns his hero really badly. He just keeps getting sticky napalmed. Then he runs circles around nothing.
TC.
TC.
In some trouble, is going to be doomed up. Needs
he's
some
dead.
help from his allies. They got the arrow coming in, but doesn't matter. BKB popped. And TC down for a full minute. Does not have buyback. FDL, this is their chance to win it all.
Yeah, they're already signaling to go mid. They know TC doesn't have buyback, or he'd have used it for the other fights. I think this game just sort of ends if they can't fight 4v5, but they can't because the DP still has his ultimate. The Medusa's strong enough.
It's the unstoppable force. They just keep on throwing disable after disable at Dusa, but no matter how many times they hit her, she just keeps moving forward slowly but surely. Inevitably towards the Raxes, does manage to get a two-man stun there with Brax. The follow-up clap onto Dusa is holding them in. They're going to go for the back line here, trying to deal with Stan King as he's managed to get up a death ward. They snap back there from the Elder Titan, is able to do a lot, but MSS is a little bit stranded here. Does manage to get a force staff from Brax. He's trying to be able to get an extra stun, but it's just not going to be good enough. MSS goes down, quick with the buyback still, though. Slowly but surely, these Raxes are beginning to fall. The Exorcism is going to run out soon. They manage to get the stun, stalling up the retreat. FDL is going to be held in place, but Shazam, can they actually fight this one? The arrow missing out, and TC, well, he's on his way. But they need a little bit more. C, and C is going to be the target here. Will be able to get distance. Enough to be able to get the TP out. No bash. Will manage to get a stun onto the Doom, but only picking up one isn't good enough, and that's why MSS is looking for a little bit more. He found Bisa, and he will be able to hit that arrow. MJW gives him a little help with the force staff, but Brax is going to be able to hold up, and now that TC's here, they should absolutely have the damage necessary to kill Bisa.
That time he got way too cocky. That was still buybacks expended on the side of Shazam. They had to use it on the Mirana.
Yeah.
They do kill the Doom as well, and Aegis is going to be up soon, but I think the same problem still presents itself. They can't kill the Medusa in engagements. Like Bisa in that fight obviously dies because he gets isolated out, but in a straight up 5v5 fight, nobody dies ever.
So you think it's essential at this point that Shazam get the Aegis? If not for
so.
themselves, at the very least, stop the Dusa from getting it?
And part of the problem is that the Jusa has, or the Mirana has the most net worth in the game, but she gets kited so hard by things like there's like 2 or 3 sticky napalms, and she can't even play her fight right.
Yeah. MSS is currently encountering the phenomena that is like realizing that your hero actually doesn't do anything.
Still not with the Mirana.
Yeah, I mean, he has a Lincoln's, the Blink Dagger, and Aghanim's. I'm not too sure what he does except shoot arrows at stun targets, and then just leap back and forth. I've yet to see the Aghanim's Mirana prove me wrong. But maybe MSS will do the deed.
The Deuce is back up. FDL at full strength. Shazam may have a very small window here to be able to sneak the Aegis with the Amplify damage.
Yeah,
But
they
I
need
don't
this
think it's going
really
to be
badly.
fast enough.
It's difficult because you can't give FDL this Aegis. They know they're coming too with the smoke, but
The arrow.
shoot the arrow.
It's going to land on MJW, so they know the Spirit is going to be able to come in. They actually pop both BKB as well as Deuce's
That was
ult.
way too soon.
And this
Maybe
is
they have a
actually
chance.
leaves an opportunity for Shazam. TC is going to reveal himself, trying to get the clap, but no. The Force Staff away from the Doom is going to be able to buy him some time, but the jump in, CC and Z blown up! And now they're going to focus on Bisa, even with the Doom onto TC. He already has the illusions out, so the damage is there. And 3 make it 4, as MGW is also going to be run down with his amp damage. Don't think he's going to have enough time for a Blink Dagger escape. And now, Shazam, while they were once pressed for time to actually be able to do Roshan, now they have all the time in the world to pick up that Aegis and cheese.
Oh no. Alright.
I think Medusa is in dire need of a Black King bar. Because he's dying to everything.
I think the bigger issue is that she walked in but used the ultimate too prematurely.
Yeah, I mean, I think both DP and Medusa die as soon as their BKBs are over. Yeah. So they need to play around it.
She's strong enough though to get it off at a later time, right? It's not like she gets blown up at all. So she probably has more than enough time than she's giving herself credit for. But
Yeah.
she probably thought they were still in the Roach pit. That's the only reason you would do that, right?
Correct.
Now Shazam will be able to even out the score, taking a lane of racks for their own. And the items can start rolling in as well. BKB going to be in soon for MSS. Several of these heroes have around 3k gold to buy, or at least start on their new items.
I can't believe they just took a set of racks right now.
So what's good?
I don't know, Zai, you tell us what's good.
Weather's good. School's good.
Go, Jason, go. Do it. Believe in yourself. No. Tried to pick off the courier, which did have the last remaining elements of the Scotty for the Dusa.
That's an Ags, by the way. On ET, if you didn't see. It's gonna be really good against the Dusa, who doesn't have a BKB yet.
It's going refresher.
I wonder what he replaces to get the BKB.
Maybe
I
that
assume he
diffusal.
I mean, he just has to put away his boots at one point, I guess.
You think it's worth it to keep the diffusal at that point?
I mean, that's kind of the only damage item he has. Isn't it?
In a way.
I think Elder Titan has reached a point where he's super useful, by the way. And has been for quite some time.
With the Ags.
Just with his spells. Especially, his spells are really good against heroes that don't go BKB, because you just sleep them. And then, if you play accordingly, you don't wake them up, you sit there. They don't really have any... they have Starfall, I guess. That's like the only accidental thing that could trigger the sleep. But besides that, they can leave Medusa slept. They do well.
There's no buyback on Dusa. What is it, the gold borders that I'm looking for, right?
But there is no buyback on Dusa.
There's only buyback on Dire Heroes, so they can't afford to go outside of their base at all. Shazam is just gathered up. They thought they were smoked because the lane was pushed in mid and nobody was defending it, but it has nothing to do with that. FDL are just afraid to lose a hero right now. They could be a second set of Rex. Maybe even Megas if they lose Dusa, because the top lane is open. MSS just got so much farm right there.
Still don't see the effectiveness that this bottom has. I think he needs one more item before I'll approve. Like if you look at his net worth, he has 25k, and I'm not sure how much of that is actually used in the fight effectively. Especially with heroes like Slaughter and ET, who amplify physical damage.
I mean, Elder Titan also amps the magic damage he's outputting.
Yeah, I guess.
Do they fight? Oh, Aegis is gone. Never mind.
Is there like a... There's no way to see damage in game, right? It's only after, like total damage done.
I don't.
You can click the combat log, but that's bulky and hard to wield.
I keep forgetting that exists in Dota, the combat log. I never see anybody load it up.
It is not very
I mean, it's super not
user-friendly.
useful. I think it's only useful when you're testing stuff, like interactions.
You want to see how
That kind of
low somebody got, or how much one instance of damage
Where
is.
we tested, I remember we tested one thing at MDL. It was when Shadow Demon was picked to counter Bristleback. I think China picked Shadow Demon as soon as we picked Bristle, and it was because Sure completely negated Bristleback. It was like a weird interaction. It probably is that way nowadays. So like, cause of the 50% app, it like, instead of working like it should work, it just removed the 40% and then amplified by 10%. So it was super fucked up.
Oh wow.
Is this when you were on Secret that you guys would just pick it all the time?
Yeah, that was MDL. We played a lot of Bristle then. But then Vici picked Shadow Demon right away. They probably knew about it. Or they just picked it. Who knows?
And you guys were using it a lot back then.
No, because, you know, normally the Bristleback would actually negate some of the damage, but then it got completely removed by Soul Catcher.
Okay, so Medusa's sitting mid. Everybody's smoked up. I don't think this smoke can work, but I think it's more just to see if they can safely get down the bottom, push in.
Visa dodging one arrow out of the many that have been thrown at him, and JW finds his opportunity for initiation. That's going to be to blow up
that's a big
SVG.
He has to
The
buy
other
back.
Titan. Zai said he's finally been useful in these fights, and we're about to see how useful he can be with a buyback. They managed to get the Doom initiation on a TC. No Phantasm ult, but still, the stomp is going to be enough to be able to stall up this fight a bit. Maybe Shazam can still manage to fight it out as TC buys back, is going to have to come back in, try and help out his team. CCNC does get blown up, but he managed to get MSS first. Dusa will be caught, pulled back by TC, and they look for a little bit more. Unfortunately, the TP is complete, and the two remaining members of FDL do manage to get out. That said, they forced critical buybacks out of Shazam.
That was 2 buybacks, right? They're gonna
Yeah.
need next. They need next Aegis then. They're gonna win.
CK and ET. This game's kind of turning into the same kind of stalemate as last game, where FDL cannot fight effectively once Shazam disengages. I guess they disengage it now in the form of buying back, but still, the previous fights have kind of been hard to win for FDL because Medusa is so what's the word? Static, I guess.
Yeah, she can't do anything. Once you commit to a fight with Dusa, you're just all in.
So they kind of have to. I mean, if they want to go for buildings, it's possible with the Exorcism and the Medusa.
More than anything,
Especially-
I think TC has to not get doomed, right?
Yeah.
An early rush on
Yes,
is
so
definitely favorable here for Shazam. They'll have the
So much health,
opportunity.
CK.
Yeah, but he dies like nothing. in every single fight. He just gets hit by 1 or 2 Infernal Blades, doomed, and then they focus him really fast. Even with 4,500 HP, he dies. Get this Aegis on TC who doesn't have buyback. It was good that they didn't have to use the buyback on Mirana either, so they don't have to all-in commit.
Other Titan also bought back in that last fight, and he's looking to, since he won't have a second life, pick up the refresher before the next engagement.
He's almost got it.
Yep.
Yeah. Refresher Titan is so cool.
The damage
Actually,
could be
like,
sick.
Yeah, you can potentially kill people instantly.
They're sending Bean forward again, Bisa, but I'm not sure if they can just keep flat outing this. Not against the Aegis. TC did drop the armlet though.
Whose scan is that? Is that Radiant?
Yeah.
Is there a way to tell?
No, but you can just click one of the players in the teams and then just swap.
Whoa, Brax! Wants to eat cheese there. And didn't really do anything at all. He didn't even get amp damage on the Medusa. Even if he did, that's what the Diffusal Blade charges are for. Does get a jump onto Bisa. They're going to try and hit the clap, but a Force Staff puts Bisa out of position. Time for a Moonlight Shadow initiation for Shazam. This is their opportunity to be able to stop FDL's attempt at a push and try and take some control of their own, but Shazam actually finding an opportunity here, losing their tier 3 purely to creeps, and FDL not actually moving forward just yet.
That was actually a delusion move that Dusa picked up. I think they pushed the entire top by then. Got the tower with the ACR. About a moon shard on Dusa. It's not gonna be that useful, I guess, but spend the gold.
First the Moonlight Shadow, now the smoke. Shazam wrapping around behind
They don't have
FDL.
Blitz, they gotta go.
They have to know something's up. They're right
Oh,
inside the
Blitz.
base. They're getting the melee ranks. They
It's a
start
Rex.
streaming far right. Now they're going to be able to jump in on Stan King. The arrow does land on Franz, preventing the Doom, and that's going to be big, as now they're going to be able to take out 2 of the big utility heroes of FDL while bouncing around the big carries, CC and C. Well, Bisa tries to chase down Shazam. Won't be able to get out because he doesn't have a BKB, rather. So he's going to be easily cleaned up. Shazam get 3 in that fight, lose their melee ranks at bottom, but they're getting to a point where they're close to all-inning and running at FDL anyway.
They need to kind of decide soon what they want to do. Just getting 3 kills like that doesn't mean much if you're not pushing in anything or forcing the Medusa buyback. I think it's actually quite bad to play passively at this point and just push out your lanes. You have to grab some measure of map control. You have to force the Medusa buyback, then it would put FDL in a situation where if they lose their Medusa once the game's over. That's really good position. Just because the, TC almost has his buyback up again. So then FDL would be 1 buyback behind. And that means you can't leave your base anymore. Yeah, so there's the buyback. But Shazam is still in a good spot because they have the Aegis on TC. And they still have buyback on their own course.
They don't have Phantasm, though. And that's obviously one of the big damage-dealing parts of Chaos Knight.
They're sticking around.
Oh, back out. And
They have a gem on that.
reinsert Shazam. Looking for the opportunity here. The arrow is not going to land as, again, the 4 staff saves are always there.
I feel like as if Bachelor jumped when he saw that starter jump. I think he just popped the BKB and he lost to either starter or the line that puts in. It would have been a good fight for them, I think. But Unfortunately not. Did
I don't
Dusa
know.
buy anything?
No, I think she just bought back because she bought the moon shards, right? And then she bought back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there are any new items.
MSS now has higher net worth than the Dusa, but as I was talking about earlier, you certainly don't feel it.
Yeah. Different situation though. Carrying Murano versus carrying Dusa, of course. This series is much closer than our previous one though. Already at 60 minutes.
I think Dusa needs to reconsider his life and his items. Because I don't think his items are gonna cut it going forward. Because he needs a BKB for sure, and then he needs to deal damage.
You see what the Chinese solution to that was?
What?
They would get like Lincoln's Scotty or something, and then as soon as they got the Aegis, he would just rush a rapier, no matter what position in the game they were.
Oh yeah, the CSMJ build.
Yeah.
Have you seen that video? The
Yeah.
Legend of CSM.
Of course.
That's so good. I love that video.
All right. Buybacks are almost all up on Shazam side. On all their cores at least. Then their supports are barely off. It's like one team fight and they have it. I'm not sure what FDL is supposed to do in this spot. You just sit inside your base? I just like fell off my chair, by the way.
Go and get
Standard.
you gone.
Cool.
Why is there a cat outside of FTL's base?
That's their icon.
Oh, at least it's not an enemy, right? And Shazam has the magic wand thing. It's a nice touch. Honestly, I can see why Podem is picked. It must be so satisfying just instantly killing a creep wave.
Just walk in. It feels good. That's what you said, right?
Yeah. Is
Walk in.
innovation super good against CK if you're Dusa?
Yeah, because he can't buy MKB.
Huh.
I don't know. I think once he got the diffusal, he feels committed to it, but
I mean, he has to buy the AC as well this game because of the ET.
yeah.
I think maybe the Moonshard was the biggest waste.
Oh, what did MSS sell? Midas?
Blink Tiger.
Okay.
What does he have?
MKB. So now it's actually a really strong physical damage dealer.
They could get AC on Brax. Be a pretty significant upgrade to their damage as well.
I don't think he wants to give up the cheese though, because he initiates.
Yeah. I mean, he can't even buy AC, I think, without keeping buyback. But
He's never a Doom
eventually.
target. The good news is that FDL are all stuck inside their base because they lost their Dusa. And they don't want to lose the game like this. Not when they're like 2 buildings away from mega creeps.
He has enough gold for the refresher on ET. Interesting. Medusa could afford a BKB, but probably reluctant to purchase one.
Yeah. No buyback for a minute. Roshan is up. You probably just back, right? Recircle for Roshan.
Mm.
Did CK sell his armlet, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay. I know he gave it to... No, it's still on the courier.
Oh. It's activated as well.
Yeah. That courier is strong as hell.
Roshan time. So even as the Dusa gets the buyback back into her hands, Shazam will still have a life advantage with the Aegis and yet another cheese coming in. Moonlight Shadow, but it's a bit too late. FDL, they 5-man smoked up, but they're not going to be able to find anything from this one.
They could find Brax, maybe. If he shows himself. No? Fine. No. They are out.
And Elder Titan's so close to having Refresher and buyback.
I sort of think this game just goes on for a while until Shazam decides they want to leave out. Because I don't think FDL feel comfortable anymore pushing outside their base. They do have buyback though, up on Visa now, and their other 2 cores. But Shazam have gotten so much during the time that they were stuck inside their base.
Let's see the gold graph. Dropping pretty heavily ever since the last engagement to Shazam. Purely through farm efficiency.
Yeah. It's not even really kills at this point.
TC will finally switch out his boots. Looks like going for the boots of travel. So, at least soon, anyway.
I am unsure what the play is anymore. Yo,
Unsure of a lot of things.
Arteezy's on his plane and he offered to cast from his boat.
Hey, he's flying business class, man.
Oh, he can watch the game. He said he can watch the game if we want.
Yeah, so they're flying business class.
Yeah.
Wish I got to fly business class.
Oh, must be nice.
Austin, we should request that.
Oh, I'm sure we'll get it. I'm sure we're that valuable.
I mean, at this point, I think we can, you know, let's angle it.
What happens if we don't get business class, we don't show up?
I'm pretty sure
Yep.
Valve says okay.
They're just like goodbye. A lot more games for OD Pixel to cover. Austin, you gotta make a stand somewhere. And I feel like
This is my place.
yeah, there are principles.
This is
in
my
life that
stand.
Yeah. You know, all the greats in life, they've made a stand at some point in their life.
I'm sure this is just like Rosa Parks in the back of the bus. Me making
Yeah.
my stand for business.
Business class flight.
Yeah.
Got a whole
MLK, Rosa Parks, Gandhi, Austin Walsh. Yeah, that's how it goes.
But imagine if you got it, that'd be epic.
It would be good.
One day we'll all be flying business, and everyone will be way happier than they are today.
This is a 68-minute game. I didn't even realize.
Yeah.
I believe that's Dusa.
Oh, he has a BKB instead of face boots. It's about time, huh?
Yeah, he did drop his boots for that, but they're still in this position where they don't feel comfortable pushing out against the Aegis. And I don't think Shazam want to push into a buyback Dusa. This is a really awkward situation for both sides.
Aegis is going to be expiring soon.
They gotta make a choice. What did he ditch? The Ags on MSS? I think that's the right call.
Yeah, I'm sure that doesn't do that much anymore.
Yeah, I think the effectiveness of it in fights is out. It let him farm like crazy fast, but arrow does not connect. Oh, here we go. Smoke.
Push out from FDL. They know the Aegis is just about to expire and their initiation is going to coincide.
Oh,
MSS jumping right to the middle of them. Oh no, the BKB goes off. Brax trying to provide interference from behind. TC's going to come in, but immediately runs himself the other direction as he realizes he can't take the Dusa. If Shazam could somehow limit this to losing absolutely nobody. Now they're going to be able to find the arrow into France. The reinitiation now from Shazam. The TP in onto the Elder Titan Spirit as Shazam comes forward with MSS. They start targeting down CC and C with the diffusal play, taking out the diffusal. And just like that, Shazam now going to be able to force so many buybacks out of FTL. And encroaching onto the FTL territory. They pop the Phantasm leading in with TC. They're going to be able to get a stun. Oh, and the force staff forward into TC. And they're actually surrounding the Dusa. They're going to be able to force yet another buyback. And now the Death Prophet right in the middle of things pops the BKB, but doesn't have that exorcism. Can't output any damage. It's all on the Dusa, but Shazam are getting the opportunity they need to be able to beat into the buildings. They're going to be able to get the Death Prophet. Once again, that's a dieback. Down for 2 minutes straight. Shazam drop it a little low, though. Bisa pushing forward, trying to catch somebody, trying to get any damage he can onto Shazam, but again, they're dancing around FTL. Shazam know they have the mobility advantage. They're just going to be able to stay one step ahead with everybody, except for poor old Jason, who's going to be left behind.
He's definitely dead, but they're kind of in a weird spot where they had to use the buyback on everybody, and Beast is pushing out, but they don't have their DP. But if they wait, then the game kind of just ends, because I think Shazam just go down, and they have so much gold on everybody that they have 2 tries at this to all in commit to killing the Medusa, and if they do so either time, then they win the game.
It's kind of depressing watching FTL get carried around in fights. I guess you can credit that to Shazam playing well and disengaging properly, but their team fights or their heroes just don't enable them to lock down any. Even when MSS leaped right into them, they currently focus on top. Just a shame. And now it's just a war of, what's it called? War of attrition?
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Which the dire side is probably gonna win.
Don't they just go down again? Because all the buybacks are down and they have buybacks up. They can't kill any of the cores, the game's over.
I can't wait for Roche too, can't they?
Yeah.
I don't know when it spawns.
It is
I have
super close.
I've never actually learned how this circle works. It's way too confusing.
What? It's very simple.
The potential Roshan spawn timer just started, and then we get to know exactly when Roshan is, which is a minute 45.
I'm not big on circles.
I understand. What's your favorite favorite shape?
Triangles.
I figured. You seem more of a triangle man.
I'm all about the rectangles.
Yeah.
It's like the most... I'd argue that's the most boring shape.
What?
It
I
really
could have said
is.
square or circle.
I mean, square is symmetric, so it's kind of cool. A rectangle isn't really good at anything.
I mean,
Okay, I'll say trapezoid then.
sorry, it's too late, Blitz. Rectangle is now your spirit animal. Not really good at anything.
I've all in committed.
Yep. Alright, Shazam, they're going to go for an all-in commit of their own, and they've got 2 chances out of 2. Melee Rax is going to be going down. And they get the stop in the background. MJW stunned up. Shazam, they got what they came for, though. They got the Melee Rax. They bounced out with the Moonlight Shadow. And looking for a re-entry at mid. Now, Roshan is about to come back up, though. Be interested to see whether or not Shazam put any value on actually waiting around for that Aegis and cheese. Oh, a double damage rune. That is a very big rune to pick up this late into the game.
Yeah, get it onto MSS. They really want Roshan to be up, but I think the DD is enough, right? For them to go for this?
Well, it seems like
Yeah,
Shazam
bro.
agree with you.
It's even more
Yeah.
useful than the Aegis here, I think. Because
Maybe
then you
but-
force FDL.
1,200 damage crits. MSS going to be leading the charge here. Shazam on the verge of being able to 2-0 FDL, make their initiation. They jump for CC and C, going for the Death Prophet first, will be able to finish him off. The Doom did go on to TC, not going to be able to pop his ultimate, but it may not matter. Bisa, unable to output enough damage to do anything there during his ultimate, just brings MSS down to around half, but they still manage to get the clean extraction, and FDL left wondering what the hell they're going to be able to do now, especially as the arrow lands onto Franz. They're going to have to leave yet another hero behind, and it's going to be all up to the superior genes of the Highlander memes. Bisa trying to 1v5, but it isn't going to stand a chance against Shazam. They'll be able to finish up all 5, force the GG, and at 75 minutes and 45 seconds, we will see a conclusion to this Game 2 and the series between Shazam and FDL.
They are gonna be so sad, because this really seemed like a game they should have won.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think they ran into. I think their lineup was kind of on a timer. Because even though they had the Medusa who, scales well into the late game, their supporting cask kind of fell off. And they don't really have any of the normal big team fight ultimates that support the Deuce and dealing damage. I think it was the same thing in the first game as well. Their supporting cast just don't enable their heroes to deal damage. It's like disengaging and just running away enables Shazam to take fights when they wanted.
Alright, well, there you have it,
GG
ladies and
fights.
gentlemen. Shazam and Digital Chaos, as expected, are going to meet each other's in the winner bracket finals, and that'll be cast by, I believe, Lumi and Winter, so that is it for us three.
Thanks, homies, for watching. Thanks, Zai, for casting.
Yeah, no worries.
Appreciado. Good luck in your
Yeah.
exam tomorrow.
Thank you.
You want to give
We
it a
got through,
shout out?
we got through some important topics today.
Blind
Yeah.
daredevil like
Maybe next time I'll have some more stuff prepared that I can pull out when the Medusas not buying BKB.
Yeah, we appreciate it, buddy.
Are you calling Artur?
Yeah,
Is he gonna answer?
I'm gonna see. Hello,
Hello.
you're on stream, buddy.
Hey guys.
Alright, dude.
Thoughts on the game?
I didn't watch it. I just landed.
How are you gonna tell me you want to cast then?
Just tell me and I'll say something of value.
Dude, the game ended and they can all hear you, so now they know your bullshit.
Wait, what game?
It was FDL versus Shazam.
Wait, who versus what?
FDL versus Shazam.
Is FDL CCNC's team?
Yeah. That's CCNC's team.
Who won?
Who do you think?
Probably Shazam.
Mm-hmm. Easy 2-0.
Wow.
Do you want to know the results of today?
Yeah, sure.
I'll recap them for you. Alright, so in the European quals, we had No Diggity and Ad Finum in the top bracket. No Diggity 2-0'd Vega and Ad Finum 2-0'd Empire.
Wait, they got 2-0'd?
Vega got 2-0'd, yeah. By No Diggity.
Jesus Christ.
Then Empire 2-1 Vega, so Vega's out now of Manila.
Wait, really?
Yeah, so now the winner of No Diggity versus Ad Finum will play tomorrow. Then the winner of that will go on to the grand finals. And the loser of that will play Empire to see who gets knocked out next.
The games Empire versus Vega, were they close?
Yeah, they were. I mean, it's Vega Empire. Then
Shit teams.
Shazam versus FDL. Shazam won that 2-0. Digital Chaos 2-0 Drag Neil in like 20 minutes. There were some good memes if you want to check it out.
Yeah, you missed the snaking disconnect. That was a
Oh, yeah.
classic one.
Snaking Chronoed by a tier 1 tower top, and they didn't kill Moo, so then he called GG at 10 minutes. Good times. All right.
That's Mason's team, right?
Yeah, it's Mason's
Yeah.
team. All right,
Wait,
so
what
what is?
stream?
Mhm.
Stream are you casting on?
I'm on Blitz Dota. Are you gonna come and do your normal thing?
I mean, I can do this. I can do this as well while I'm on the flight. I think I'll have Wi-Fi.
Dude, we're not casting while you're on a
Dude,
plane.
why not, dude?
That sounds awful. We're not doing a plane cast. How are you even gonna watch the game? What am I gonna explain things to you?
Nah,
No,
let's
like,
do it. It'll be a world's first. Come on.
It'll be a world first.
Come on, man. I gotta use my business Wi-Fi.
Okay, you know what? Hit us up. I might actually do that if you're actually down for it.
Wait, when are you next casting?
We don't have
How
to
many
cast, but
hours?
we can do it for fun.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, just hit me up, I guess, when you're free.
Yeah, but when are you casting? Like, how many hours from now?
Oh, like our Valve ones, the ones we have to do.
Yeah.
How many are those in, Austin?
Huh? What?
Wait, that was at 11, so it was 4 hours ago. So 20 hours from now is our ones that I'm asking you to be available for.
20 hours?
Yeah, 20 hours from now.
Okay, so I have. In 4 hours, I'm flying for 10 hours. Then I have like a 1 hour layover. Then I'm flying for 3 more hours. So it might work out, actually.
I think you'll be there in time. That's
Yeah.
17, 18 hours? Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Okay, cool. If you want to cast on the plane, hit me up.
Yeah, man.
Alright, you want to say something to the chat?
No, really.
Alright. Goodbye, guys. Alright,
Wait, you turning your stream